Today we're going to talk about some comments that Caitlin Clark made about the players they added to the Indiana Fever to give them a chance to win a WNBA championship this year. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. So, Rob, they interviewed Caitlin Clark, and she looks like Clark Kent, by the way, with the glasses and everything. And people are saying that, call her Caitlin Clark Kent. They did ask her some questions about the players they picked up this year in the Fever organization and the players. And I got like 4 excerpts from that. And it's really interesting what she had to say. So here's the first question, Rob.
What stands out to you about the experience, the champions that have been added to this bunch?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what everybody talked about when we were in the playoffs last year of, we really didn't have much experience at all playing in playoff games. I don't know what the exact number was, but we really lacked in that area. So just adding pieces of, players that have been in this league, they know what it takes to win. They know what it takes to get to the finals. They know what it takes to win championships. I think is exactly what we needed in our locker room. So it's just exciting, but also they're not only really good basketball players, they're really great leaders and really great people. And I know the front office obviously really prioritized that and looking for the pieces that we wanted to add. So really thankful for that as well.
So Rob, that was an interesting answer. They definitely needed playoff experience and some help in that direction. Really young team never seems to win a title in almost any sport, right, Rob?
Right. Well, she added in influence of the front office, which I think she probably had an influence on that too.
Oh yeah, she seemed to be influenced. In fact, you'll see that in another comment coming up in a minute. We'll play another comment for that. And here's another answer she gave, having to do with the culture that they wanted to form for their team.
I think every person you ask in this league or past teammates that they've had, they only have good things to say about them, and that's the reason all the top teams were going after these type of players, because they know the type of asset they are in the locker room from a type of player they are, but more so their leadership, their knowledge of the game, how hard they work, and those were the only people that we were going to add to this. So
okay, I want to start that ends there, but there's another question coming after that. Those are the only players we were going to add to this. Caitlin Clark is involved in this formation of this team, Rob.
I would say so.
Reason. Go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, that she definitely. I'm sure they asked her, "What about her?" and "What about her?"
It sounds like she's controlling the decisions to me. Those are the only players that we were going to add to this. Now, she didn't say that I was going to approve or add to this, but she is actively involved in the formation of this team. And I think it's smart of them. And that's what Christy Sides and Lynn Dunn refused to do. They were doing just the opposite.
Right.
Last year. They were actually going against her. And this new organization, new administration said, no, we've got a generational talent. We should just do just the opposite. And that's what they're doing. And they're giving Caitlin Clark some say.
And what Steph's been able to do, but also to the players that have, chosen to come here and are excited about it. And it speaks a lot to them too. They want to win and play in front of a lot of fans. And, it fires me up, honestly.
So, yeah, they talked about the fact that, Rob, we've mentioned this several times that,
right.
They tried to pretend nobody wanted to come, or at least some people on X were pretending nobody wanted to sign with the Fever. It turns out a lot of players wanted to come to the Fever, which doesn't surprise you because of Caitlin Clark and because of the fans.
Right, exactly. We mentioned that how, with, like I said, as a player, you want to play against with a full house, and then full house rooting for you. That gets you going. Like you said, it gets you excited.
Right. And she did talk about the Fever organization one more time.
This is the franchise in all of women's sports, I say. No matter what sport it is, they're certainly investing. They see the type of crowds we get. They see the excitement we're generating, not only in the state of Indiana, but all across the country. And I think the next few years are going to be amazing for this franchise, and will continue to be for hopefully 10 plus years, and hopefully we win a few championships, but they're investing.
So Rob, I think right now the Fever have an advantage over every team in the league as long as Caitlin Clark is on their team and healthy. And because they will draw free agents easily. Not every free agent in the world is going to want to play there. some may think, oh, they want to be the star of the team or whatever, and they're not going to be willing to sacrifice some stats or sacrifice not being the star of the team because Caitlin Clark's going to be the star of the team. But I think most of them are going to want to play for them, and that gives them a huge advantage every year, especially after this year, because there's going to be a lot of free agents after this year because a lot of people sign one-year contracts because the collective bargaining agreement ends at the end of 2025.
Yeah, I mean, players watch. I mean, I mean, even when I was in high school or college, you know which players are good, and you watch them, you see how they are. So I mean, the players who watch their play, and they want to play with, on the same team as her. They saw like, wow, that'd be cool. Look at that pass, man. I'd like to be, like to be on that team that receive a pass from her. She seems to look for her players and make her players better. She can make me feel better. Women, especially now, women talk, Mark. So
I know they talk in the ladies' room a lot, right? Yeah. I think they can see that even though Caitlin Clark may not be the best player in the league right now, she's the best offensive player in the league, and she's the best passer in the league, and she makes her teammates better than anybody else. So that's an ideal person to want to play with because she will be the best player in the league at some point. I'm sure of that. It's just a question of when. So who doesn't want to play with the best player in the league? That increases your likelihood of winning a championship, especially an unselfish superstar. Right. So, and I think it's very interesting that this organization had completely opposite of what the last administration was in terms of how they handled Caitlin Clark. And they fumbled it last year, and now they're going, okay, well, that was stupid. We know we could see that was a mistake. We've got ourselves a Ferrari here. Let's give her the keys.
Right, exactly.
So, and I think Caitlin Clark is smart, so they should get her involved. And she knows what kind of offense she needs to make herself best because she's been running it for 5 years now. She had 4 years at Iowa and 1 year here. So they're making all the right moves, and Caitlin Clark gives all the right answers again. And I think the Fever organization has established a good culture with some veterans now. And I think the likelihood of them winning championships in the next 12 years with Caitlin Clark at the helm is really high.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Really high. Not every year. Even the Celtics didn't win 12 straight, but they did win 11 and 13. But I think it's harder nowadays. But back then, there's only 8 teams in the league when it started their streak. So anyways, Rob, I think the Fever have a bright future and Caitlin Clark has a bright future. And I'm really looking forward to this season. I'm pumped up, and I can't wait for May 17th. We're ready, Rob.
Let's see what's going. I'll get it going.
Let us know if you're ready for the season to start right now. Make any comments down below. Let us know what you think of Caitlin Clark's comments and her, what she inferred about her involvement in the decision making. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, why not? Hit that notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to join us for our live show, please do so every Monday, except for major holidays, 6 to 8 Eastern time. And you can call in for the show, so it's pretty cool. And if you want to donate to this channel, it's super chats and super thanks down below. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.